Hello everyone, my name is Zach and welcome to On Cash Flow, where I help you become a master of your own cash flow. Now let's get started. Reason number one that I have for you is so important, and that is for you to find work that you do for reasons other than money. Work defined is simply effort that you put in to achieve a purpose or result. And if your purpose or your result is simply money, then you're probably not going to live a very fulfilled life. One thing that's great about financial independence is that it gives you so much time, it gives you so much opportunity to find work that is going to be more meaningful for you. So this work that I'm doing right now, that creating these videos about financial independence, about investing, about being smart with your money, this is something that is a lot more fulfilling for me personally than I would have gotten working at a regular 9-to-5 job. And that's just how I feel right now. Maybe it'll change in the future, but right now the work that I'm doing here is for some reasons other than money. And that's why I think that you should achieve financial independence so that you can find work that's going to give you that meaning, that's going to give you that sense of purpose that's beyond just seeking money. Because financial security is so much more important. And that's what leads me to number two, and that financial independence is the ultimate financial security. So you hear the words financial security thrown around a lot, and it usually means, having a good job, or maybe it usually means having a emergency fund in the bank. But financial independence is the ultimate financial security because you are self-insuring everything yourself. When you don't have to worry about money, it frees up so much space in your mind. And not only does it actually free up so much of your actual time, your finite time that you have left on this earth, but it also frees up so much space within your mind. And that free space within your mind allows you to seek other things. It allows you to seek maybe knowledge. It allows you to seek maybe think like hobbies and things that you're interested in. It allows you to seek more time with your family. It allows you to seek all of these things because now you don't have that worry of money in your mind, not nearly as much. You're not worried that maybe if you can pay the next car note. You're not worried if you can, maybe even like keep up with the Joneses, like buying nice and newer cars and bigger houses and things like that. So having this kind of financial security that is financial independence, it frees up so much space and so much time within your mind. And that's personally one of the biggest benefits that I have personally received from being on this path to financial independence. It allowed me to free up so much worry about, every single little thing, every single little expense that's in my life. It used to be actually very hard. I used to be a lot more cheap rather than frugal. And it just really, looking back on it, wasn't worth it. So right now in my life, I'm actually, while I'm living a more financially independent lifestyle, I'm actually spending more than I used to when I was on the path to financial independence. And not only that, I actually have a lot more time now, and I have a lot more time to think and a lot more time to pursue other things and try new things and try little experiments. And that's something that I think that you should also be implementing in your life because time is so important. And that's what leads me into number three. And number three is that time is a non-renewable resource. It is very finite and it is running out as we speak, as you watch this video. And I'm really glad you're choosing to use your time to watch this video in the first place because I think that you're actually going to get plenty of value out of this video. But the point is that time is a non-renewable resource, and that means that we need to treat it as such. Have you ever heard the phrase that death and taxes are the only guarantee in life? And to be honest, there actually has to be some kind of truth within that saying. Death and taxes are the only thing that you are sure is going to happen. So by knowing that your time is so valuable, by knowing that your time is a non-renewable resource, you can take that time and actually utilize it to be doing the things that you actually want to do, that are going to bring you fulfillment, that are going to bring you happiness, that are going to change the world in maybe some large way or just some small way. So what are you doing with your time? What do you want to be doing with your time? This is one of the biggest things that I have personally struggled with. Now that I have so much extra free time, it's actually hard for me to structure it in a way where I think that I'm getting the most value out of that time. And so it is actually a very difficult thing to actually deal with, having so much extra time. You would think that it would be great, right? Especially when you're on the path to financial independence and you're working a lot. You seem to have very, very little time. You're just living your life. And that's how most people live their lives for a majority of their life. And I was that way too. And now that I have so much extra time, it's actually hard for me to utilize that time in the best possible way. And every day it's a struggle and every day it's a journey to try to put that non-renewable resource to its highest and greatest value. And by the way, do you know what actually is one of the best uses of your time? Believe it or not, one of the best uses of your time is to simply like this video. Hit the like button. It only takes about 1 second of your time to, click that little like button. It tremendously helps out the channel. It tremendously helps out me, and I really do appreciate it. So if you're liking this video so far, please make sure you like the video. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much. But moving on to number 4, a very important reason why you need to be financially independent is that it is the ultimate flexibility. And no, I'm not talking about, flexibility in your body, stretching and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about the flexibility on what you get to do with your life. You get to decide what you're going to be doing at any given time, within reason. And this means that you're able to adapt very quickly to changing circumstances. And this is actually very important because the way that I look at it is that if you're not fixated on just simply earning money, this is the thing that most of us are kind of fixated on for the majority of our lives is, okay, I need to earn money. Okay, I need to go to college so that I can earn money. Okay, now that I'm graduated from college, I need to get a job so that I can earn money. Okay, now that I'm working in a job, I need to get a promotion so I can earn more money. Or now that I'm working in a job, I need to try to switch jobs and move somewhere so that I can earn more money. So most of us, for the majority of our lives, are going to be fixated on just earning money. But once you achieve financial independence, once you discover that something like this is possible, it becomes a second thought. It becomes an afterthought because no longer are you fixated on actually just earning money. You can actually use that time and dedicate it to doing other things. And you can be flexible with your time. You can be flexible with what you're going to do. And you can change and you can adapt and you can pivot and you can do pretty much anything. So I don't know how to explain it any better than that, but you have the ultimate flexibility. And I have seen this play out firsthand in my life, where I started this online business and I started learning all kinds of stuff about how to run a business and how to run a YouTube channel and how to run a website and all this kind of stuff. While doing that, I'm also, traveling for months at a time, going to Mexico for a month, going to Spain for a month, traveling back to family to California for a month or longer, taking week-long trips. And I'm kind of like fitting that all into my life. And so I have the ultimate flexibility that most people do not have the ability to do. And myself included, back when I was in the accumulation phase, I didn't have this kind of flexibility that I have today. And I think it's one of the most important reasons why everyone should be pursuing financial independence, the ultimate flexibility. And then we have number 5, and number 5 is doing hard things is good for you. And trust me, achieving financial independence is hard. It is difficult. It is not an easy thing to do. Now, if you put it down on paper, if you put the math down on paper, you put the basic concepts down on paper, it sounds really, really easy, right? Increase your income, decrease your expenses, invest a difference, and do that for 10 to 15 years or whatever your time frame is going to be. Now that sounds really simple, and in theory it is very simple, but in reality, when you're actually putting all that into place, it is a process. It doesn't just happen overnight. It is actually very difficult. And I think that in itself, being difficult, being hard, being a challenge is one of the things that makes it important. One of the things that makes financial independence worth doing it. It's one of those things that you have to get out of your comfort zone if you actually want to achieve it. You have to get out of your comfort zone if you want to stick to a diet. You have to get out of your comfort zone if you want to, go to the gym and make that a habit and exercise regularly. You have to make it a habit if you want to wake up early. This is all a challenge. These are all things that we kind of know that we should be doing, but they're actually very difficult to be put into place and to actually practice in our real life. There are many things that are very hard to do, but they are worth doing. And I think that financial independence is one of those things. Very difficult to do, but it's very much worth it. Now, those are my top 5 reasons why I think financial independence is important. But this leads me to the big question here. And I want to know, why is financial independence important to you? Please let me know in the comments below why you think financial independence is important. I really want to hear it, and I really want to discuss it with you. And after you're done doing that, if you haven't already, you do need to watch another video that I created, because I created a full guide to getting you started on the path to financial independence, like just to get started. If you haven't got started, or even if you have gotten started, you might have forgotten a few things. So make sure you watch this video that I created, my full guide to getting started on the path to financial independence. It's going to pop up right next to me. Now, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Zach from OnCashflow.com. And I hope to see you next time.